My name is Megan White. I'm the Major Fundraiser and Development Officer for Cart Horse Protection Association in Cape Town. We're an animal welfare organisation in Cape Town that looks after the working cart horses that are used to transport scrap metal. And so we are essentially an equine welfare, so we know everything you need to know about equines we're pretty good at. And then in 2014 we were approached by Africa Burn to come and be part of the community day to help with the donkeys. So that was when we started, and that's how we landed up in Tankwa. So Tankwa has become one of our outreach projects, and basically we come to every community day. At the community days, what we try and do is most of the problems that I have with the donkeys is the harness wounds. Otherwise, the donkeys are generally in very good condition. They're fat, their feet are hard, the harnessing is the worst problem that we have. So we clean up wounds, inject if we need to with penicillin if there's really bad wounds, and we try and repair as much of the harnessing as we can, because the community doesn't have access to the materials, so they use whatever they can. The materials, if they go to the co-op in Carfinia or Ceres, it's expensive. So we bring all of that up here and try and repair as much as we can on the day. But then in last year, we actually spent 4 days in the Northern Cape. We're going to be doing the Western Cape in November, where we went to the different farms. We met them on their farms, saw their donkeys, just to get to know the community a bit better, because it's quite difficult to do that at the community day. And then we came back in May, and we actually made up 8 brand new double harnesses, and we distributed them out to the farm workers who've got donkeys, and we took in the old harnessing, because the harnesses just aren't repairable. So that's really what we're doing. Coming back, we give out vet care packs as well. So in there you'll have a purple spray that they can use for wounds, stuff to clean the wounds with, and also antifungal cream and stuff like that. So we hand that out. The first time we were here on the community day, we actually brought bits, because all the bits were really bad. Some of them wire. So we took those all out, and they all got new bits. And it's really encouraging that 3 years later, those bits are still in those donkeys' mouths. So it's really nice. And you can still see, you'll see on a lot of the harnessing, the green material. It's being used. They're using it. They're stitching it. And I think they're very appreciative of our help, because there's nowhere they can find help for their donkeys. But generally, the donkeys are in very good health. I don't think they work very hard, because they're used occasionally to get from A to B. So most of the time they let loose in the veld, and then when the owners need them, they go and catch them and bring them in. It's very.
I hear that you talk about Cape Town. How do you look at the Cape Town? Because I've seen most of the donkeys have been used to transport metal scraps and so on.
Yes. Well, we don't have any donkeys in Cape, it's all horses. Oh. So we run clinics in the mornings and afternoons. We're basically a one-stop shop for the working cart horses. So we provide feed, shoes, veterinary care, harness repair, cart repair. We make sure that the horses aren't overloaded or abused in any way. So we look after about 270 working cart horses on the Cape Flats. Yeah. Sure. So we've been going for 22 years, and we've kind of solved the welfare problem in Cape Town, and so the association really wanted to start doing some outreach, and that's why. But I think for the Tankwa, what we want to do maybe in the next year or two is actually start teaching the community how to repair their own harnesses and how to make a harness, teaching them how to put shoes on their donkeys if they need to, so that they don't rely on us anymore, and then possibly through networks getting material to them, so that it's not always us having to come in and fix things. They actually can fix themselves. Yeah.
So tell me, in a situation where you find that donkeys were too much sick and so on, what do you do?
Well, it's quite difficult for us to do. We've never actually seen the horses don't do well here, but we've never really seen, like today there's a young donkey that's got a lung infection, so Diana has just given it a long-acting penicillin and some pain, but there's not much we can do. We can't take the donkeys back to Cape Town because of the African horse sickness things. So but we've never really seen any donkeys that are very ill. Yeah, like I said, the biggest problem is the harness wounds, because also the guys, we need to teach them how to fit the harnesses properly, and don't put a little donkey and a horse into one cart, and so it's more around proper harnessing in and that kind of thing. Then they probably get rid of a lot of the problems.
So how is the response of the owners of the donkeys and the community towards your?
I think we've been here. They've gotten to know us, so they're very open and very grateful that we come and help and show us their harnesses and bring their donkeys in when we when we go to the farms to have a look at them. I think they're very open to us coming in and helping. And last year we also went to the Elandsvlei Primary School and we did a little humane education workshop with the kids about caring for all animals and the 5 freedoms. And we did a little art project with decorating horseshoes with all the kids, so that was really nice. And we want to do some more of that as well.
So what will be your message to the community and the younger generation of this community who are looking after their donkeys and horses and so on?
I think the message is that they're living beings and the donkeys depend on them to look after them, and they just need to make sure that they are well cared for. There's water. I know there's no water in the Tankwa, but that they get water, that they have access to shelter, that they don't whip them, they don't drive them too fast, and just be humane about looking after all the animals in there.